Hi, welcome to your astrology for the week. So, on November 21st, 2013, the moon in Cancer opposes Venus in Capricorn. So, in relationships especially, we're needing to find a balance between our inner and our outer lives, aka our home life and our careers. So, some tensions could arise revolving around this, where you might have to try to find that balance between those two things. And then Moon in Cancer trines Saturn in Scorpio on the same day, so this allows us to really look at our fears in a very, in a nurturing way, so we can really release those fears and, feel those fears and really, be very nurturing towards ourselves in the process. And then the moon conjuncts Jupiter in Cancer and sextiles Mars in Virgo. So when the moon's conjunct Jupiter in Cancer, that's going to bring a lot of optimism and a lot of expansiveness in our emotions. So maybe even since we've faced those fears, it will allow us to feel lighter. And then when it sextiles Mars in Virgo, this brings a lot of energy to get stuff done. And since, Jupiter is also sextiling Mars in Virgo, this the stuff that we get done will be more for our own expansion and more for our own what we want in the world. And we may even be able to study new things on that day and also overcome our egos and expand beyond our egos. And then the sun moves into Sagittarius on that same day, so Sagittarius is all about expanding your horizons and learning new things, discussing philosophical ideas, and really expanding beyond where you are now. And also, Sagittarians are very joyful people, so we'll probably feel a lot more joyous and be able to have more fun during this time, and even have a good sense of humor. So that's always good. And then on November 22nd, the moon in Leo trines the sun in Sagittarius. So this could bring a lot of over-the-topness, a little bit of maybe a little drama, but like an exciting kind of drama, more fun drama. Like you might be somewhat more of the center of attention, or there may be people who are being more the center of attention. Especially if you're a fire sign, then you'll definitely feel like you're in the spotlight, and very independent energy, very creative and optimistic, and just all around good times. And then on November 23rd, 2013, the Venus in Capricorn sextiles Saturn in Scorpio. So this is bringing up any blocks we might have in relationships, and maybe addressing what responsibilities we have in our relationships and where we're going, what our ambitions are in relationships, and kind of focusing on the practical matters of relationships. So the moon in Leo creates a T-square with the north and south nodes. So the moon in Leo may be bringing up certain emotional dramas related to what we need to let go of and what we need to move towards to really become more whole. So really it'll probably bring up some tensions in that area, but it'll also expose anything that needs to change that has been hidden from ourselves even, so that we can really change that thing. All right, and then Moon in Leo trines Uranus and Aries on the same day. So this could bring unexpected things. That could even be fun unexpected things. And it should bring a more of an adventurous spirit, and also you'll want to experience new things, and really you might get new ideas on this day, and really just unexpected insights might come through, especially related to your emotions and how you can deal with your creativity and emotions. And then the moon in Leo creates a yod with Pluto in Capricorn and Chiron in Pisces. So we've got the transformations going on, and then the healing on the individual and collective level So a lot of karmic stuff happening there with the moon in Leo, bringing maybe some emotional drama related to those areas. So this is definitely bringing up a lot of karma, but it's also allowing it to be seen and exposed so that we can become aware of it. All right, so that it's not ruling us unconsciously. So the moon in Leo squares Mercury in Scorpio. So this could bring up conversations that are a little intense and emotionally charged and maybe a little dramatic and maybe a little bit harsh. So you definitely want to try to communicate in a gentler manner on this day, because the Scorpio likes harsh truth, cold hard facts, and really bringing up like what has been hidden, while Moon in Leo is a bit dramatic and flamboyant, and really displays their emotions in a very dramatic manner. So those being in tension, square, that could definitely bring up some tension. And so definitely want to try to be a little bit more gentle when you communicate any emotions that you might have on that day. And then the moon in Leo squares Saturn in Scorpio too on that same day. So this is definitely exposing what our fears are, what our blocks are, and what we basically, where our focus is at. So definitely going to be pushing some, buttons on that day. So just, especially, it'll just expose those things in a way that might be a bit intense, but it'll be ultimately so that we can grow into, a better version of who we are. Okay, on November 25th, 2013, the moon in Virgo opposes Neptune in Pisces and squares the sun in Sagittarius, creating a T-square. So the moon in Virgo is very much about practicality and getting things done in a very orderly manner and a very step-by-step type of manner. And then Neptune in Pisces is so imaginative, so tuned into the collective, very intuitive, and not very grounded. So those are kind of tempering each other. The moon in Virgo will help kind of bring a balance to that Neptune in Pisces, and it could also help expose any illusions that you may have, especially regarding your goals, because of the sun in Sagittarius. Sun in Sagittarius is what we're aiming for and what we're choosing to do to expand ourselves. And so, it's definitely going to expose like what is unrealistic, and also be able to come up with more realistic ways to move towards our dreams. All right, and then Mercury conjunct Saturn in Scorpio, same day. So this really gives our thoughts a very slow and steady approach, a very concentrated focus, and able to really focus on one task. So this is great for working on a project or researching things, or really just focusing your energies, especially your mental energies. So you also may be able to communicate things in a more practical manner and work towards those practical details that are sometimes, hard to work with. But on this day, it'll come more naturally. So then the moon in Virgo trines the south node in Taurus, sextiles the north node in Scorpio, opposes Chiron in Pisces, and trines Pluto in Capricorn. This is bringing up all of that karmic stuff going on, and especially when it comes to practical matters like money, status, resources, jobs, a career, and also our emotional state, especially when it comes to serving others, because we've got Virgo involved and we've got Pisces involved. Pisces is sometimes can be martyrdom, can bring a sense of martyrdom. So make sure that you're not giving too much of yourself to where you're hurting yourself, and make sure that you have a nice balance of giving and receiving, and then things will go a lot smoother on that day, and yeah, make sure that you get your finances in order as well, since we've got some money stuff going on that day too. All right, on November 26, 2013, the moon in Virgo sextiles Saturn in Scorpio. So this is a great day for getting stuff done in a very slow and steady manner and a practical pace, and really working out those details. And the moon also sextiles Mercury in Scorpio on that same day, so communication should go pretty well, and especially when you're at work, or when you're dealing with more practical things. And also, it could also be good for doing research and also tuning into your emotions too, and be able to express your emotions. And then moon in Virgo trines Venus in Capricorn. This is going to make relationships a bit more harmonious, and be able to express our emotions in a romantic way, and also be able to find that balance a little easier with our work life and our home life, because the moon in Virgo likes to work. Venus in Capricorn also likes to work going on. So yeah, it should be a pretty productive day at work, but also it should be good for harmony and romance. So. And then the moon in Virgo sextiles Jupiter in Cancer also on that day. So this really brings more optimism in your work life, and also more practicality in your more idealistic goals and what you want to do to really expand yourself and gain more abundance. And it's good for talking about it's good for having a more of an optimistic approach to our emotions, but also a philosophical approach to our emotions, so we can maybe philosophize about those things with our significant others, or even at work. So, and 11/27/13, the moon conjuncts Mars in Virgo. So this is definitely going to give us a lot of energy, and therefore, it is always important when you got Mars going on to definitely get some exercise and to take care of our bodies during this day, because our emotions and our sense of aggression are very, tightly weaved on that day. So, yeah, definitely want to express yourself in a more gentle way, so that you don't, you aren't too harsh with your emotional things. That's why it's important to exercise, so that you can release any excess energies. And then Venus in Capricorn opposes Jupiter in Cancer on that day. So we're kind of trying to balance our outer and inner lives again, but also bringing into account our relationships and how we want to expand in the world. So yeah, we really are wanting to feel good emotionally, and go for our goals that are also very nurturing to ourselves, but we also want to appear beautiful in the eyes of the public. So yeah, that's kind of another thing that where we're kind of trying to balance things like that. All right, and then Mercury in Scorpio sextiles Venus in Capricorn. So communication, and especially romantic communication, could be awesome on that day. So expressing your love, but also writing poems or songs or any beautiful things, talking about beautiful things, and even going out and maybe seeing some art, enjoying beautiful things on that day, especially around in a short trip. You could go on a short trip and see, a beautiful place. And then Mercury in Scorpio also trines Jupiter in Cancer same day. So philosophical discussions could be had. Definitely discussions maybe about religion, or even political discussions. Anything that really is can be philosophical in some way. And then the moon in Libra sextiles the sun in Sagittarius. So this also brings a lot of intellectual, philosophical energy, and Also romance. We've got that Venus going on and that Jupiter going on, and then we got Libra, which is ruled by Venus, and Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So it's very romantic, very philosophical, very idealistic. Maybe talking about our ideals when it comes to the bigger picture. And yeah, so it should be an enjoyable day for that. So, all right, and that's all for the week. Thanks for watching my video and liking and subscribing and commenting. I really appreciate it, and have an awesome week. See you later.